Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys I'm going to be showing you how I do my cut creases and simple and easy ways to get it really defined. So if you guys want to see that, please keep on watching. So the main thing when I cut my crease is that I like to use a liquid concealer, and here I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just because it's my favorite one at the moment. And I like to use a liquid over a cream concealer just because it's much easier to apply and spread. The Morphe G15 brush is my favorite to cut my crease because it's perfectly rounded and it's small enough to get really precise with the concealer application. I just go ahead and I take a tiny bit of concealer on the brush. And when I cut my crease, as you can see I already applied my eyeshadow, but when I cut my crease, I like to start in the center of my lid and move outwards. So I will very gently cut it beginning in this corner of my eye, and then to try to get an even swoop all over my lid, I will drag the concealer with one swipe. And when I'm doing that, I'm following the hollow of my eye, so that way I'm getting a very accurate cut on the eyelid. It does also help a little bit to tilt your head back because that way you won't accidentally look up and transfer the concealer above your crease. And that does happen a lot of times with creases like mine that are really weirdly shaped or folded, or also monolids. And with any cut crease, you really want to take your time and be careful because the concealer is very concentrated and it can mess up the rest of the eye look if you accidentally get it above the crease where you don't want it to be. So with any cut crease, no matter if I'm going to bring it out towards the eyebrow or if I'm just going to do the lid, I like to do the lid shape first and then continue on with the outer part later. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a little bit more product and I'm going to go ahead and finish the cut crease out towards my eyebrow. And it really helps to originally do your eyeshadow in the shape that you want it to be, so that way when you're cutting your crease with the concealer you have sort of an outline to go against. But also the better you get at cutting your crease, the less you'll have to actually do that template, and you can just cut out the crease however you like to see it. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just underlined the concealer on the bottom of the crease, and I haven't filled in my lid yet because I'm going to go ahead and do this eye, and then I will just try to even them out when I come back. Alright, so now that I did this eye, now I'm just going to go ahead and look at both of them together. And I'm going to make sure that the flicks out towards my eyebrow are both even, so that way I'm not out here looking crazy. So I just take a little bit more concealer, and the way I like to really check is I will take my mirror and I'll look down into it, so that way I get a better look at what it's going to look like when I'm looking down, and I will just make any adjustments that need to be made to make sure that they're as even as possible. And then I'm just going to take the concealer and whatever's left on the brush, and I'm going to blend out that line towards the lid and below. Finally, to really make that cut crease pop, I'm going to take a really small angled brush and I'm going to take the deepest color that I used in my crease and I'm going to go right above that cut crease to really deepen it up. And I'll actually just take whatever brush I'm using and I'll just blend it up very slightly because you don't want to blend it out too much to lose the intensity of that color. And then I'm just going to take a little blending brush and just kind of blend out the deep color a little bit wherever it needs to be blended. If you need to, you can just take that same concealer brush you used to cut your crease and just define it a bit more after. Now when you're going in to apply whatever the lid color is that you're going to use, you want to use a very defined shader brush. And with a really defined shader brush, what you're going to do is you're going to get as close to the crease as you can, and that's going to really help define that crease as well. So that way you don't go over as to smudge out that cut crease that you just did. So you want to get really close to it, but you don't want to go over it. I don't think I said what colors I'm using, but the color that I used in my crease is Not Today by NYX. It's called Not Today and it's by NYX. And then to define my crease, I use the color Aphrodite. I use this color Aphrodite in the Makeup Geek by MannyMUA Palette. And then on my lid I'm going to be applying the color STFU by NYX as well. And that's why you want to get a really sharp and defined shader brush so you can get the closest that you can without going over or touching the crease. Now if you want to make this crease even more defined, you can definitely go ahead and take some liquid liner and line right beneath this cut crease that you did, and that'll definitely define it a lot more. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in my next one.